rolling through downtown Upland. Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? On the way to pick up Kai Kai. Trying to get this phone straight. So I wanted to talk about hypnosis and hypnotherapy. Yes, in my study and practice of neurofeedback and the various modalities of neurofeedback, such as infralow neurofeedback, alpha theta neurofeedback, which is what I'm talking about right now, and synchrony, which is hemispheric synchronization neurofeedback, where you're synchronizing the left and right hemispheres of the brain. That's not what I'm talking about. That's my son. So, as I was saying, and I hope I'm still recording because sometimes the phone takes away the audio. I'm talking about the different ways that people communicate and how they are best communicated to. When you study hypnotherapy, when you study hypnosis, you learn the names of those terms are suggestibility, which is how you are most effectively communicated to, and sexuality, which is not what you think when you hear the word sexuality, but it is also biological sexuality does also play a part. And but in this sense, sexuality means how you communicate with the world, not how you are most effectively communicated to. In other words, it means your outward bound communication, right? Your outward projected communication. But let's talk about suggestibility for a minute. When you are studying hypnosis and you're studying how to understand people's suggestibility, you have to understand how. What is their suggestibility framework? How are they most effectively communicated to? What is it? What is the way to approach them? And everybody, and this is according to not Mesmer, but I think his name was Koss. Anyway, I'll get back to that. There are two, I guess you could say, dynamics. One is direct, and I'm kind of a direct person. And a direct person is a person who is pretty much self-explanatory. A direct person is a person who's communicated. Hey man, how you doing?
What's up, Dad?
Very well. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
You had a good day at school?
Sure did.
Yeah. Daddy had a great day at school too. I mean, a great day at work.
Yep.
A very productive business day today.
Yep.
I had a very good interview this morning. How to determine someone's suggestibility. And it has a lot to do with how you were raised, right? So the differences are direct and inferential. Some people respond better to direct communication. Some people respond better to inferential suggestion. Inferential, meaning inferences, right? Like, it's hot in here. and then you go and turn on the air conditioner or open the window or whatever. You see, that's an inference, right? That's inferential. Whereas as opposed to saying open the window, you know what I mean? Which is direct, right? Say, hey, open the window. And it all depends on your parenting. It depends on what kind of parenting you had when you were a child. Your primary parent. In Kai's case, I guess I would be the primary parent. And if you had the kind of parent that would chastise you when it was necessary, and then afterward would come back and explain why they had to chastise you, not necessarily apologize, but just kind of mend the relationship and explain, like Daddy, right?
Yeah.
Then you turn out to be a direct person, right? And if you didn't, if you were left hanging and you didn't really get that reassurance of your parents' love, if you had a parent that was a refrigerator or emotionally absent, then you turn out to be an inferential person. And so communicating to that person through inference is going to be the most effective way to hypnotize them, or to communicate with them in the hypnotic state, or to suggest them into the hypnotic state, or into what we call the alpha theta state, where the theta, 7 hertz or so frequency of the brain is operating in touch or in communication with the alpha frontal lobe, around 10 hertz frequency of the brain. In theta consciousness lives your subconscious mind, and it lives your repressed memories and repressed emotions, or at least the triggers of such. And the alpha state, you're actually thinking. So when you get a person into hypnosis, then you have direct communication to the subconscious mind. And even if a person is inferential, once you have direct access to the subconscious mind, you can communicate then directly. Actually, directly is the most effective way to communicate with the subconscious mind. But then that makes you think about parenting, because the therapist's offices are filled with inferential people. And I'm not claiming that that's my quote. That's a quote from the instructor of my instructor. But, emotional absence in parenting, it gives children too much to think about. And it makes them unstable when they're growing up. It makes them emotionally unstable. It makes their life difficult because they're constantly, wondering if they have their parents' love. So I've always made it a point, right, to reassure you that I love you and that I'm very happy that you're here.
Thank you, God.
You're welcome, son. And all of my children, And, I think that's really important. And you want to also protect your child, if you can, from environments where they have to read between the lines all the time. That's kind of cruel, right? It's not a good way. Children should be able to relax and enjoy life.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have to, always be, wondering or thinking on a grown-up level. You know what I mean? Yeah. So life should be simple. And life is simple through being honest, through telling the truth. When you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. It's simple. You know what I mean? And it also makes you powerful, right? Because that's natural law. Right? To be honest is to be in adherence with objective reality. And to be, the more you have a grip on objective reality, the more powerful you are in the world. So, as we learn how to help people, and we study, hypnotherapy, what may seem like, just an interesting trick to help people with whatever, overcome issues or stop smoking or whatever it is they're trying to do. It makes you think more deeply about, what is the optimal and ideal way to raise a child, right? Or, to influence all of the children, because it does take a village, right? To influence all of the children that you come in contact with. And, it's not fair to burden children with secrets and lies and duplicitous meaning to things. It's really not, it takes energy away from creativity. And by the way, did you get caught up on that homework?
Yeah, well, I was doing it in school, but now I got to do it at home too.
Okay, today is Friday, and don't think just because it's Friday that you don't have to finish that homework.
Well, I'm gonna do it at home.
I know, my man, and that's what I'm saying. Children have to have their mental and emotional energy and time free so that they can focus on the things that they have to focus on, like getting caught up on the homework,
Yeah.
And which subjects you gotta get caught up in while we're on the subject.
Well, I am doing consumer math too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Look at that.
Late curves.
Late curves. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll finish it tonight so we can go to the movies tomorrow.
Got it.
Okay? I wanted to go to the movies tonight.
Yeah.
I already got the fish.
Yeah.
It's Lent, man.
Lent.
Well, we eat fish on Friday evening, but it's not Lent.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really change, you see?
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, I was just sharing a little information, little information about hypnosis, hypnotherapy, and how in the process of learning this, you kind of can, if you apply what you're learning, it can make you a better parent, I don't like people that you can't really trust what they're saying. You gotta take what they're saying with a grain of salt, read between the lines, and fat meat is greasy and all of that. I don't have time. I think inferential people are probably the victim of narcissistic parenting. I think that's the word, right? That people don't want to tag to it, right? But they're the victims of narcissistic parenting. And well, being direct is something that comes as a result of personal development and personal maturity, regardless of your parenting. But, direct people come from pretty much a direct environment. Where people say what they mean and mean what they say. I got a lot of clothes to bring upstairs. I bought us a lot of stuff today, man. I couldn't help it. It's summertime, man. Summertime's coming. And Costco had all of the summer stuff out. So, you know, Daddy, I couldn't just get fish and pot roast. So I'll come back and get this stuff later. I'm not gonna carry it up this. All right, man. So thanks for watching once again. Yeah, stay kind because kind is the new sexy. Yeah, that's it. Peace.